Thank you. I'd also like to thank our local AFSCME union for holding this forum tonight. I think it's extremely important that all of you have a chance to hear from your candidates and get to ask them questions and hear what they really think about unions and about the city and how they would like to have things run here in Española. I'm Danielle Duran, and I'm running for City Council for re-election in District 1, and I would love to be your union. I'd love to have the union support in this race, because I support the union, and I think that all of you are important. I love our city workers, and I try to support them as much as I can. There are 8 of us on the City Council, and I hope that tonight you will hear from all of us and choose the best candidates to really work with you to make this city a great place, like Joaquin said, one of the best places to work in the world. Thank you.
Ms. Duran, first question. Do you think that the city has done an effective job of recruiting and retaining qualified employees?
Well, first of all, I'd like to say that the employees that we have are qualified employees. From Joaquin to our planning directors. I think that one area that we've had some trouble in is in the CFO position. Over and over again, we've had different candidates in that area, and I'd like to see better recruitment, perhaps using the Municipal League and other professional associations to find somebody who can lead our finance department. I know that we had trouble with payroll this year. We had other problems in the finance department, and I think that that is clearly a critical area that we need to staff correctly. But I think that our employees are very qualified people, and I'm proud to work with them.
What are your proposed solutions for maintaining a balanced budget and fiscal accountability?
Well, that's a funny question. I swear I did not look at the questionnaire when I answered the first question. But I think obviously the first order of business is to get somebody qualified into that position, whether it's a finance director or a CFO, somebody who can work well with the budgets, and somebody who will work through the budget throughout the year to make sure that we are continuing to be on the level with all of our expenses. But I think that we also have to look at how we're using our investments and how we balance between the different kinds of projects and services that we provide to the city. I don't think that we've done a thorough enough job in doing that. I think we started out on the right track, and I think that the business of running the city often gets away from you. But I do believe that we, one, first need to get a CFO or a finance director who can really handle that situation. And two, we need to go through all of our investments and our cash balances to make sure that we are using our funds appropriately.
Parks and Recreation are one of the most used services in the city of Española. How do you explain that they also have some of the smallest operating budgets in the city? In addition, how would you change this, if at all?
Well, unfortunately, if you do a great job, people just give you more to do. And I think all of us know that that's true in our own jobs. And our Parks and Recreation people have done a pretty good job in keeping things up. I think we do need to hire into some of those positions or create some new positions in the Parks and Recreation area. We've seen, our baseball fields, our recreation center, sort of in terms of maintenance and operation, not be exactly where we'd like it to be. So I think we need to review our budget and decide if we're going to really provide excellent services to the city, how many people need to be staffing those departments.
As employees of the city who have seen jobs lost to private contractors, what will you do to ensure that local jobs be protected?
I have never supported privatizing any positions in the city of Española. I know that we've had some contractors in the finance department, but I've never supported it. If the administration has done that, I've also worked with the administration and asked them not to do that. I think in the future we need to make sure that our city manager understands that hiring people into those positions is a priority of the city council. We came in 4 years ago and we said it was a priority, and I believe it still is, at least my priority and the priority of other members of the city council, but we need to have a manager who understands that that is one of the things that we don't want to see is privatization of our positions.
Thank you, Mr. Duran. Now you have your opportunity for a 2-minute closing statement. Give him your best spiel.
Okay. Well, this is an odd forum, but I'd like to just thank all of you again for coming tonight and to let you know that I do support our union and that I do not support privatization of any of our services. None of our police, we've talked about jails, we've talked about finance, and I have never supported moving any of those positions into contract positions. And I support your salaries at the current rate, and I will work as hard as I can to make sure that the city is a good place for you to work, that you have management that you can work with, that the city council always supports you. And I will do whatever I can as a city councilor to bring new and more creative ideas to providing great service to the city, including getting better grants and funding into some of our projects, because I know that sometimes you also are frustrated that you don't have enough budget or you don't have enough equipment to do the job that you really want to do. And I admire all of you for forbearing with the current revenue situation and working hard with your expenses to make sure you put out as much as you can with the budgets that you have. But again, I will do everything I can to find more funding to help you with those issues, and I hope that you will support me in this race.